Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Thursday morning. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at 767-5500. Run by and see those folks located at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. And I know you're enjoying some of this cool weather. It has been great the last day or two. And tonight's low is only going to get down to 53, so we'll have a slight, quote, warming trend. But high today will be 76, and water temperature still hangs around 82 degrees. It's been 82 degrees the whole month of October in this area right here. Take a look at our river readings. Our river readings are again looking good. The Apalachicola is actually this weekend dropping below 3 foot. It's going to be at 2.9. It's going to be below 3 foot for the first time in a long time. All the rain we've had this summer has kept it up. So it's looking good. The Choctawhatchee at Caryville, it's going to read right at 5 foot. It's going to stay steady, and maybe Sunday it may drop a half a foot or so. But this weekend, the river's going to be really steady and in good shape. Both river systems here in the Panhandle. Now take a look at our tide chart. Okay, it's brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery, and their motto is "When Caring Counts." Looking on the 24th of October, good strong tides. We're looking at a low tide this morning at 11:36. So right here in the middle of the day, we're going to have a low tide. It's going to be coming in to about midnight tonight. So you got a perfect, whatever you like. If you like a dropping tide, you can fish in the morning. Like an incoming tide, you can fish this afternoon. Got a 1.8 foot range on that tidal chart there. Okay. Now, once a week we'll try to call down to Captain Blair Morgan with Blue Water Outriggers, and he's with Blue Water Charters. And Blair, he lives on the Cape, but he has a house up in the woods. In fact, on my phone when I call him, it says Blair home or Blair in the woods. So this morning I called Blair in the woods, and I found him up there. I knew this weather like this, I knew he'd be up there in the woods. Good morning, Blair.
Good morning, Winston. How's everybody this morning?
We're doing great, buddy. I guess I know you well because I knew you'd be in the woods this morning.
Yeah, I tell you what, when this cold weather moves in here, I have to get up here and about have enough to Cape for the year.
Yeah, I tell folks that we up there sort of around in the Tate's Hell Forest up there, way, and when I say in the woods, it's way up there in the woods.
Yeah.
What's your plans? What are you going to do up there?
Well, I'm just preparing for hunting season a little bit. Got a little bush hogging to do, and I'm gonna go down the creek here and probably this afternoon and catch some brim. The brim are doing excellent right now here on that Apalachicola River and all the tributaries and everything. They're really biting good.
You just gonna go down the creek up there by your house and just go on down?
Yeah, I'll start up here at Fork Gaston Creek. I probably won't ever get out of it, and do a little fly fishing. I got some crickets, so just have fun, catch some fish.
Man, I wish I could be with you today, but somebody got to work.
Yeah,
Well,
I understand.
Tell us what's going on Apalachicola Bay and St. Joe Bay.
Well, I tell you, everybody's doing real good on catching flounder. The ones not gigging them or catching them, on rod and reels with bull minnows primarily. But fishing around the stump hole there on the Cape, and then at the Indian Pass boat ramp, and the flounder are moving out of the bays now, heading out of the bay out to the Gulf.
Yeah.
And so now's a real good time to be catching them. They're just swimming the shoreline, the beach line, going out to the Gulf. So it's catching a lot of good flounder. And, of course, white trout over in Apalachicola Bay, you can go there this time of year and just go fishing and catch all them you want. But there's not a whole lot of fish.
Oh, wow.
There's not a whole lot going on in the St. Joe Bay right now. Just not many people fishing.
Okay. Let me ask you about on the white trout. What depth of water are they in?
Listen, they're not going to be deep. The bay's shallow, but I don't know, 5 foot or maybe a little deeper or something. Just around the little channels there is where they congregate, and around the bridge, the two channels under the bridge between Appalachian and East Point there is real good. Or any of the deeper places off the oyster bars, over around Indian Pass.
Right.
Any of that
Well, that sounds like a good report, both freshwater and up in the bay system. And so you listen, you have a good time up there in the woods today.
All right, Winston. I hate you got to go to work.
Well, you let those dogs run a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm going to let them run.
Okay. All right, good talking to you.
Thank you.
All right, Blair, we'll see you.
All right.
Captain Blair Morgan, sponsored by Blue Water Outriggers right there in Port St. Joe. Great story. If you haven't if you've never been down there to that store, it's amazing at all the selection of hunting and fishing equipment they have, and one of the great sponsors of Panhandle Outdoors. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. I was just telling Bob, sometimes I really enjoy doing the show by myself. I got no video. We're going to a lot of pictures and a lot of talking today, so just sit back and relax and enjoy that cup of coffee. Now listen, I was going to, I want to get an acorn report, so if some of y'all just email me how your acorns are doing. That's always a big deal in the woods. And a lot of times you can tell by in your yard. I've been noticing my oak tree, it just doesn't seem to have many acorns this year as it did last year. I don't know how the rain affected, so y'all give me some feedback on acorns, and we're doing an acorn report pretty soon. But meanwhile, let's jump to our pictures here. All right, we got a lot of pictures. I've been behind on them. We're going to catch up on them today. Let's start off with one more red snapper picture. I've shown more red snappers this year I think I have in a long time. My senior, Michael Trubia, bringing in a nice red snapper. They went after school the other day, right before the season went out. All right, now you want to talk about some scamp. How about some scamps right here? This is a load of them right here. Caleb Pitts and his fishing party got a bunch of scamp. I hope you can see that. That's some good looking, good eating fish right there. How about Howard Farrow doing some, that's a quality trout there. They're red fishing. I mean, he's red fishing and trout fishing, but that's a quality fish right there. Brought in Wade Fishing. Okay. Matt Mandeville. How about these trout? You don't want to talk about some quality trout. Check these out. He and his buddies went out the other day and had a great day of fishing. Good job, Matt Mandeville. All right. Here's Matt. This is Matt Conner with his two little girls. Matt Conner took up at the river house. But listen, this is his little daughter, Madison. She caught this black drum. I think it was a 30-something pound or 28 pound. They wrote it down. I didn't copy it, but obviously she's one on the left with a rod and reel. Good job, Madison and Matt Conner. Good job, girl. And flounder, I'm getting these on a regular basis. Brant Marshall. He limited out before 10 o'clock. Good job, Brant Marshall. Okay, this is shark. This is sent to us by Chris Carter. He said, hey, Coach, he said, I caught this 3.5-foot bull shark in a Choctawhatchee Bay this past weekend. I was fishing from land using a live finger mullet. I just happened to only have a 12-pound mono line on my rod, and it took patience and possibly lady luck was on my side. Yeah, I put that line to the ultimate test. So right there, a 3.5-foot bull shark caught on 12-foot mono line. You can do it if you're patient and let the line and rod do the work for you. Good job there, Chris Carter. All right, now got some good reports here. This is coming from Chad Taylor, the Taylor family over there east side of town. They sent this to me last week. I just hadn't had time to put it on. Hey, Winston, on Sunday after church, that was 2 weeks ago, my dad and some friends went offshore fishing off of Mexico Beach. They had calm waters, and they went about 26, 30 miles offshore in a 19-foot Cape Horn. Here are the pictures of their catch. This is David Phillips with this giant cobia. Okay, and here's a group. Okay, Sam Taylor, John Taylor, David Phillips, Jonathan Phillips, and Matt Phillips. That was a good, that's not a bad trip to go out to church one Sunday afternoon. Good job there, fellas. That's a Taylor family. Big viewers. Okay, here's my big fisherman this year I've gotten out of my class. This is Taylor Yielding, and she's fishing off the Lynn Haven Bridge. And folks, she is just as excited about catching those little chofers as we would be catching a 8-pound redfish, I can promise you. Really excited about going fishing now. She's always smiling and always talking about fishing. She's in my third period class. Yeah. All right, about time we got some dove reports here. This is an annual dove shoot, a Taylor family I just mentioned. They're up there in Washington County. There were 11 men hunting, and a total of 94 birds killed. Everyone had a great time. I had a potluck before the hunt. Some men were shooting high brass 7.5 shells, and I asked them, and this is from Chad Taylor, and Chad said, why you need such a big shell? They all laughed and said, they're high altitude birds. My brother Sam Taylor was shooting a 20-gauge youth model 870 Express, and the mag with low brass shells and with low brass number 8s. And he shot just as many as the men with the high brass shells. Okay, and there they are getting ready. And that's what we're talking about, these traditional family and friend dove shoots throughout the Panhandle and South Alabama, South Florida. I miss these. We did these for many years, and we had one last year. We just didn't get to it this year. All right, good job there. That's Chad with his bird dog, Daisy. That's a good name for a dog, isn't it, Daisy? Yeah, I think that golf cart was overloaded. You can see. All right, you can see them right there. They're all having it's just a great fellowship and a lot of fun. I love this picture here. Mandy Miller on the left. Mandy talking about dove shoot. Mandy had an all-girls dove shoot the other day up at her dad's place. I think Sunday afternoon. Now, ain't that a great group of ladies and having an all-girls dove shoot? Good job, Mandy Miller Warren, in my class of 2000. So a couple of sunset pictures. Beautiful sunset. We've had some October gorgeous sunsets. Okay, here's my outdoor class at Mexico Beach, and I'll have a little video later on with them, but just showing them. We picked a record number of COCs. Okay, I thought you'd like this picture here, carved out of this is part of that tree, folks, and they carved a chair out of that tree stump. I thought all outdoorsmen, if you got a good tree stand somewhere, just go ahead and go and cut part of the tree down and carve you a chair out of it. All right, here's our branch manager and our assistant branch manager. Okay, it might be too early for y'all on these. And now, fishing is cheaper than therapy. I believe that, and nothing like getting out on the woods and water. And off the Navarre Pier, 38-pound amberjack Tuesday afternoon, along with also sailfish. Okay. And this is sent to us. Okay, this one right here. This is a root beer color. This is Donald Hayes Brooks. He's been catching a lot of really nice fish, and that's that color he likes, that lead head and the root beer color. Okay, that's your tip for today. I takes care of our photos and takes care of this section. Let's take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Just a quick midweek report on the pier. They're catching a lot of kings off the pier in the middle of the week, so if you get a chance to get out there, and tomorrow I have the full report on Friday, famous Friday fishing report. Yesterday's video, I hope you enjoyed it. Got some good comments on it. It's fascinating on those binary explosives. That's something really, they're safe. Of course, you don't want to do it right in your face, but they're safe out in the distance and all that. And I know it's going to be exciting getting people turned on to shooting sports and all. So that's something interesting and fairly new. Let me tell you a quick story. I like to share stories in my class, but I like to share them with my audience too. A quick wedding story. This past weekend, I had the honor to go to Carly Haney's wedding, married Robbie Martin, and it was down at First Baptist Church. And I get invited to a ton of weddings, and I go to more than my share of funerals and weddings. And I enjoy the weddings, and I appreciate the funerals, and always have. And I just when I can go, I will go. But sometimes, of course, schedules and other things will take precedence, but I certainly try to go to some. But anyway, Carly was getting married, and she asked me, she's been out of college, just got out of college, she's been in my class 4 or 5 years ago. She asked me as a senior, Coach Chester, when I get married, will you come to my wedding? And I promised, sure I would. I mean, you don't tell them no. So, and she remembered it, so she invited me and emailed me and all, so I went to the wedding. And I had a great time. But the reception was at the Beach Boardwalk at the they have a pavilion out there. It reminds me of the old hangout. The pavilion right at the Beach Boardwalk, right on the beach, and sort of open and all. And I'll get to I'll make the story pretty short, but had a great wedding, beautiful wedding at First Baptist. Go down to it, to the reception, and people milling around talking. And Carter's dad comes up to me, and he told me they appreciated me for coming to the wedding, all that. But he said, Coach, I want to thank you for something. And I paused and I said, okay. He said, 5 years ago, Carter's senior year, he said, I've always loved to hunt, and I've always loved the outdoors and all. He said, but Carly came home one day after your class, and she came in the house, and she walked up to me and she said, Dad, I want to go hunt with you. And he said, are you serious? And because he'd never been that interested in it, yes sir, I want to go hunt with you. So he said, from that point on, we would start to hunt something together, and she'd go up in a tree stand with him, and we'd just sit there, and we had some of the best quality times of a father and daughter could ever ask for in those tree stands. And I want to thank you for getting her excited about the outdoors and wanting to go hunting with her dad. And I said, that just made my day. You can imagine how great I felt. I said, I really appreciate that. And then he laughed and said, by the way, she's already told her husband she's still going to hunt some with her daddy. So I thought I thought y'all would appreciate that. And I've got a picture coming up later of my daughter. And if you have daughters and all, you can certainly appreciate that. So a great story, and I was honored to be a part of that. Okay. Now, let's jump into. I want to show you real quick, if we can, how people are asking about how to get to Panhandle Outdoors and information and all. You can Google Panhandle Outdoors. I'm just going to see if I can walk you through it. We're going to try to do this on camera. Okay, hit it and go to the page right here. And I have, okay, and then up here, the scroll at bar, this is your home page right here. Then I have the next, okay, home page on the far left, right there. Okay, then next is full box, and talk about the books, and I'll be talking about the book next week. And then a little section on cast netting. Let me go to the cast netting section. It's just basic pictures on how to throw a cast net. And like I said, we've taught thousands of kids a simple way to throw it, step by step. If you want to learn how to throw a cast net, I also have a video of it. Okay, so you have that. Now the next section after cast netting is just some photos, and we'll skip over that. And sponsorship, if you know someone who wants to be a sponsor on Panhandle Outdoors or help us out on bringing you this great news every day. And then the next one, fishing report. I know this is hard for you to read. I'll try to make it. But I'll go down, okay, this is October 18th, last week's report. Talk about what happened in Carabel. And these are real reports. So we're not making this stuff up. These coming from Miller Collins. This coming from Blair Morgan. Mitch Coburn, Mexico Beach, sends in a great report every week, everything about it. This is a report I give on Friday, but here's one on Panama City, Choctawhatchee Bay, and then your major feeding times, the times I give for the whole week right there. Okay, this is great information. It's free, no charge, and I know a lot of y'all have kin folks and all live out of town, and they can stay in touch with stuff like this. Contact us. There's my phone number right there. You want to contact us right there on that, okay? And phone number, email, all right there, okay? And then the last section right here, the shop. A lot of y'all ask me about the shirts and all. Y'all love these shirts, and I appreciate the shirts and hats. And it just tells you how, let me go down here to the bottom, how to get these shirts and caps for Christmas right here. To order, Donna Allen right there is a phone number, or go to, okay, right there, or go to the shop there. And all kind of things on it. I mean, this is not this fancy, one of these fancy super sites and all that, but it is a good basic fundamental Panhandle Outdoor site. We're proud of it, and all the information we put on there, and it's all for you. Like I say, you have kin folks and friends up there and all over the country and all. They can go to that web page, and I didn't show you. Let me show you. Let me go back home one more time. I want to show y'all something. Home. I'll show you one more time. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of the page right here. We've had 48,212 hits on that, and that's great to have that many people interested in it. And every week it changes on that report. So you have friends out of town want to know what's going on. Their best source of really good information of the whole Panhandle. Now we don't just target one little area. The whole Panhandle is right here. All right. Let's take our final break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Glad you're with us. I was telling that story earlier about the wedding and all about passing on good information about outdoors, and I hope you can do the same thing with some of your friends and get young people involved in outdoors. I think we're a better society and better community when we do all this. Let's take a look at the fishing game forecast brought to us by Mark Cowart of Edgewater Beach Realty. 832-6000. We're looking at 2 good times a day, 4:44 to 6:44 this morning, and this evening from 5:08 to 7:08. All right, 2 great times right there. It really is, especially this evening. Now, speaking of Mark Cowart, Mark is going to sell got his new, almost new boat for sale. He's getting another boat, and you're talking about a bargain. Now, we're going to look at this. This is a custom made. He had it custom made at the manufacturer, and he just emailed me last night and sent me the picture. I got the picture to show you and talk about it. He is selling this boat. Now, let me talk about this boat. The boat was modified, custom made at the manufacturer for redfish tournament fishing. Mark and Michael do a lot of fishing. It's an 18-foot Mako, 90 horsepower Mercury Optimax, and still under warranty. It's in great condition. It has multiple upgrades. You just can't get a boat any better. I fished off this boat. This is a super boat. Among the upgrades or options are dual 6-foot power pole. That's 2 of them on the back end back there. 3 remotes, a foot switch on a polling tower, 2012 Minn Kota 80-pound 24-volt onboard charging system. I mean, this is Cadillac. Low range structure scan and side scan computer processor. Low range live weather and radar. Now, we were out there one day and used that live weather. You could tell when those storms are coming your way. It's a radar computer processor. The live well has that Pro Air recirculator system with a high-speed water pickup and raw water wash down. Taco Pro lean seat and under seat storage and Yeti coolers, polling tower, flip up. You cannot 18-foot carbon fiber push pole. I mean, it's everything. And a deep socket marine battery less than 7 months old. This boat bought new with all the upgrades was cost about $37,000. I know that's a true story. That boat cost $37,000 brand new. Retail for he can get right now today $24,000, but he's going to pass on this bargain for our Panhandle Outdoor viewers. If you're interested, $19,900. Okay, $19,900. That is a steal right there, folks. Mark Cowart. And Mark's number, of course, you can go to the website if you want to. The website is www.markcowart.info, or his phone number is 832-6000. So give Mark a call if you get a chance. All right. So I wish somebody in a Panhandle viewing audience can get that and all. We're going to run out of time. I want to show you. I have a lot of other stuff I want to show you. I'm just not going to have time, and maybe I can show it to you at another time. But we're going to wrap the stuff up. And we had a whole show, no videos, just me running my mouth and all. I love doing shows like this. It reminds me of being in front of a classroom. Sometimes I just start talking and we just start rolling, and before you know it, it's time for the bell to ring. So today's Thursday, got a big weekend, nice cool weekend. A lot of y'all be getting outdoors. So today, though, you stop and pause and do something good for someone else. A lot of folks need a good hand, and you help them out on it. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.